chair is almost dead at this point. It is actually at the point where it's annoying me. How's everybody doing? Stanifer's here, Lily's here, Eric's back. Oh, geez, got to scroll back a ways here. You guys talking? Stanifer, Eric. Okay, looks like there's just some convo between those three. Eric's got a new picture. That confused me. What is that? Oh, I saw a different guy. Brian's here. All right. So 3, 4, 5, something like that. Oh. I was gonna video my steps of stabilizing and then ship the blank to whomever I was talking to. Then they were gonna turn it. That feels like part of a conversation that I wasn't involved in. That feels like I came into the middle of something. Oh, and I don't have the energy to go back and see what it said. Hey, he's back. I took a week off. Everybody forgot about me because there's not very many people here. But thank you for those of you who remembered this is a thing. Eric Habakabaka is back. We got an Australian. How has everybody's 2 weeks been? Oh, Sam's back. Look out. Everybody had a good couple of weeks. I apologize for the misleading you into thinking there was a show last week, the week before, when I was like, well, next week we'll do a turning too. I totally forgot that we had to open the show at the gallery on Saturday last week. My bad. It is what it is. I did say that this year I was going to take more weeks off from this show than previous years. So, Eric's still looking for a job. Sam's sad. I know. I ditched you in favor of employment. Yes, I did, Stanford. We lost probably the best drummer on the planet this week, yesterday. The world is a worse place today than it was yesterday. But yeah. I stayed up pretty late last night just watching Foo Fighters concerts on YouTube. So today at work was a little rough because I only got about 4 hours sleep, I think. So tonight's show is going to be a little rough as well in following up the roughness of the day. But I got a beer. Anybody having bevies with me? Oh. Sam, was it you that said on my post, on my Facebook post, that you had tickets? I'm sad that the world doesn't have him anymore, and I'm sad that I never got to actually experience that. I missed it. Who was it? It was Taylor Hawkins of the Foo Fighters. Died last night. Or yesterday. And yeah, I assume that they're also going to cancel Sam. I just can't picture. I can't picture them replacing him. I can't picture Foo Fighters existing anymore. I was thinking about it, going like, like the Foo Fighters is Dave Grohl and others, yes, but Tyler Hawkins was like a huge part of that band. I cannot picture if they remain a band, I can't picture who's going to be able to take that spot, and I can't picture how long it will have to take for them to be able to play. I always feel like it was almost 50-50 Dave and Ted. At times it was. I mean, Dave was certainly the driving force of the band. But it became more and more. It's certainly skewing in Taylor's favor. And yep, I don't know. It would be like, I mean, okay, Pearl Jam went through drummers throughout their career. But it would be like Pearl Jam losing Stone Gossard. No, it would be like Pearl Jam losing Stone Gossard and Mike McCready. I don't know. It sucks. But let's not talk about it all night. I do want to turn something. I have some show and tell. I still haven't I still haven't tried the freeze-dried strawberries. Oh, Bennett's here. Sad day for us drummers. Yep. He did seem like a rad dude. But, I mean, we have to accept that people die. And I just hope that they actually say what it was. I mean, it's pretty safe to assume what it was, but I hope that something good comes of some we can learn something from this. Do you have freeze-dried? Do I have the freeze-dried? I don't. I was going to say, I don't think I've been to a dollar store since we talked, but I'm not sure that that's true. I don't have them. But if you listen to the episode after yours, I mentioned the freeze-dried strawberries to Paul Klein, and he was all about them too. He was like, oh yeah, I get those at Costco. Those are awesome. And then he went on to recommend that everybody have a cappuccino machine at their office. Oh, and now that I've done 5-6 episodes of a podcast, I totally understand why people do 5 or 6 episodes of a podcast and then they stop doing a podcast, because it's not very fulfilled. That was almost the wrong way to say it. It's hard to just put things. This is fun because there might only be 10 to 20 people here watching me, but I get to interact. I know that we've built this community and whatever. The podcast just goes out into the world, and you don't. Maybe people are listening, maybe they're not. Who knows? And there's no. It's hard to get the enthusiasm to keep doing a podcast when you aren't getting any sort of certainly not paying for itself, and there's no interaction. There's no I know that people aren't really watching them on YouTube, but I didn't really expect people to watch. Not that many people to watch it on YouTube, but there's no. I'm having a hard time justifying the time investment. I'm loving talking to people about making stuff and recording it. But I don't know how many more I'm actually going to do before I just say this was a failed experiment. Howdy from Bill Krulik. Howdy from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. Howdy from Campbell River, BC. But Yeah, Stanford's been watching. I mean, there have been a few people watching them, but not very many people interacting with them in the same way that, like, project videos and this kind of interaction happens. I'm not complaining like, hey, everybody go watch the podcast or I'm gonna quit or anything, or like leave me a comment. I'm not gonna do that nonsense either. But I don't know. It's just not really feeling juiced about it like I was going in. Like, this is gonna be a cool thing to do. Another facet of what I do. And I don't know that I want to be I don't know that it's what I want to continue spending my time on. I'm going to do one more round of recording with people that I've already talked to about it. Like Eric. Why couldn't I remember Eric's name? But Eric. I still want to do the barbecue episode with Brian if he's still up for it. Scott down in Australia wants to come on and talk about finishes and grits and stuff, and how he went from being a scientist to being a finish maker. And there was one more. I want to record this next batch of 4 to get me through 2 more months, and then we'll see if it goes anywhere from there or not. At that point, I'll have 10 episodes. I'll have done 10 episodes of a podcast, and that might be all that I do. I don't know. Sean McGill's here. Happy Saturday. Bill Krulik, I really enjoy your enthusiasm. Yeah, well, I mean, I try to have fun with everything that I do. That's why I'm not really sure whether it's going to continue, because I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to have fun doing it. Oh, Brian's still in. We'll do the barbecue episode with Brian. We'll do the whatever I'm going to talk to Eric about, probably stabilizing and epoxy and making things. We'll talk to Scott about making things and making finishes and giant spiders. I don't know. Maybe who's the 4th? Waldrop? Were we going to do a podcast episode? He just showed up. I have not hurt myself yet. Were you the 4th one? No, it was Kenny from Positively Woodworking on Instagram. Wants to do an episode as well. So that'll be the next batch of 4 that I record. And that might be it. I don't know. I cannot guarantee anything at this point. The time investment, it doesn't feel like it takes a lot of time, but like between editing the audio and then editing the video and then uploading it all, and like, a couple hours to record, to set up and record it, and then a couple hours of editing for I don't know what benefit at all. It's entirely, if it's not rewarding for you, then why should you do it? Well, I mean, I think it was a worthwhile thing to try. I had never done podcasting. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll maybe I'll get jazzed back up to do it again. It's hard to justify the time investment for what I can't really see as being much of a return other than having the conversation with interesting people. And I could do that without recording it. Like, I'm sure if I wanted to just do a Zoom call with Brian and talk about barbecue, he'd be cool with that. So like the recording it and editing it and making it into a thing, I gave the Canadian Joe Rogan. Oh God, no. Unfortunately, I am not a failed kickboxer. I spent the day rebuilding part of my. Sorry, Paul. I thought that said I spent the day rebuilding part of my face. Like, what'd you do to your face? Storms this week blew several sections of his fence away. Yeah. Realize these live shows are nasically a better version of the podcast, right? Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's kind of what this is, except like, I don't know, the podcast was supposed to be like sort of an interview show, but just kind of banter and just like share some enthusiasm about whatever other people are doing. Like this show is, except there'll be another voice other than just mine. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not disappointed that I tried. Oh, Pinnell thinks he's first. Let's let him have it. Oh, no, somebody else way earlier said first and then second. Sorry, dude. I'm going to start docking your pay, too. You show up 16 minutes into the show. Are you allowed to show up 16 minutes late to your other job? Nobody's, how is, other than Paul with his broken fence, how has everybody's couple of weeks been? Get phone numbers and call people at home. I'm not going to keep going about the podcast. I'm not going to keep going about Taylor Hawkins. I'm not like, let's move on to other things. More upbeat things. I have show and tell. I don't think people believed me at all that ketchup chips are a thing. So I bought ketchup chips to prove to you people that it's a thing. They're ketchup. It's like dehydrated ketchup powder that they put as the flavoring. They're not awesome. But they were one of my favorite chips as a kid. And I was very confused a few months ago there. Maybe I lose track of time. When we were talking about Canadian snacks that Americans can't get. And people have never heard of ketchup chips. Caught me off guard. Ketchup chips are a thing. Again, they're not awesome, but they're interesting. There's nothing else like them. Finished the walnut bowl you were working on. That guy. Doctor thinks he's got to re-break my right ankle before they replace your left knee. That sucks too. Damn. You can keep those. Yeah, I might not finish that whole bag, to be honest. Like I said, they're one of my favorite chips as like a child. Like, 8. But not my favorite now. I liked them lots too when I was a kid. Yeah, I think they're a child chip. It seems like children like ketchup chips, and then they outgrow them. Because I'm not a huge fan. It's been a long time since I've tried a ketchup chip, and no, I don't think so. What else? We've got some other show and tell. There's an update on the guitar. What's this? What's this? Guitar neck shaped item with a truss rod groove routed into it and an access and general shape out of walnut and Panama rosewood. What's this? Right? We're still talking about chips. I had some off-brand chips the other day. Yeah, horse meat, fugu, and maggoty cheese flavored. I can never tell if you guys are messing with me. That almost sounds like it's a possible real thing, but gross. Yeah, it is. I think this is good. This is a damn nice neck. It's going to be anyway. And like way quicker this time around now that I have made a guitar. Guitar number 2 is significantly faster. Don't have the 18 degree. It will break if you breathe on it. What? I don't know what the degree is. I had a 2-inch blank and I went down. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Maybe it does matter. I didn't measure it. It breaks about that much. Hey, Kyla's back. About time. You done whatever it is that you were doing for the last 6 months of not watching this show, Kyla? Looks like 12 to 14. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But does it matter? I don't know if it matters. I just like drew a line and just like that looks about like how much I want it to break. Remember the last time I was like, even the neck break angle at the body was like some degrees. Stanifer measured. It's 13.5 degrees. He took a protractor. He held a protractor up to the screen, I think. I think Kyla left. Oh no, there she is. I'm sitting in a line to do recycling. I've been here, but not on my account. Oh, who's it? Was there a name that I maybe was confused that there was somebody new? Break angle matters for tension on strings. Oops. Can't I just get a tree? I could just get like a Fender, like string tree thing to pull them down if I need to, right? I'm not above that. Oh, but there's a truss rod access cover there. And hole. Maybe I can't get a string tree. Maybe I screwed it up. Okay. Have a mate over there. I told him to check you out. He's doing a kitchen reno. Chili account eyed the TV. What? I have a mate over there. I told him to check you out. He's doing a kitchen reno. Chili account eyed the TV. Good to know. Shouldn't need string trees because I have a break angle. Okay. It'll become a guitar or it won't. Same as everything I do out here. It'll become the thing it's supposed to be or it won't. Samsung autocorrect is a pain. You just type the whole word out. Turn that off. I'm getting judgy. What do we want? Oh, we gotta do an unboxing too. Ooh. I got more stuff from William Woodwright. Oh. Let's see what I got, because I don't remember. More turning stuff. And then maybe we'll turn something. Who even knows anymore? Isn't that the title of the episode? Who even knows anymore? Get some paper. What do we got? We've got, all right. I'm going to make darts. I'm going to make hand-turned, well, I'm going to make turned darts. I got dart kits. What is this? What is this little, there's a weird, like, scouring pad looking thing in here. Like, I had no idea what that's for. I have no idea what this is. But I got darts. I got some dart kits to make some darts. I got some more bottle stopper threaded inserts. I got some more threaded inserts. What are these? These are bottle openers. So I got some bottle openers. No, those aren't the flights. The flights are in a separate thing. The flights are these. This is just like, I have no idea what it is. Oh. Got some more bottle openers. I guess I got 5 of those. What are these? Peppermill top things. Yeah. That's neat. These are going to be cool. Except that is definitely not how it goes. Why is this turned the wrong way? I don't understand. But maybe there'll be instructions. I don't know. Basically just turn a tube and you screw this on the top of it, and then you put peppercorns in here and you grind it. I think. So I always wait until about halfway through to decide if you like it or not. And then most of the time not. I got 3 of these, apparently. And then there was a sale on a couple of kinds of blanks. Or, nope, just one kind of blanks. I got a batch of Purple Heart. Because I think, if I remember correctly, I think those were 75 cents each on sale one week. And I was like, yeah, okay. So, that's cool. Bottle stuff, threaded inserts, some dart kits, some pepper grinder kits, some bottle opener parts. I think these just like, you just turn a handle and you just screw that bad boy in. I don't know. Cool. New stuff, new turning stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, hold on. This is telling you how to make a box for your pepper grinder. Maybe I'll do one of those too. I was planning on just turning a tube and then you grind it onto your food. But I guess you could make a little tray thing, grind the pepper into the tray thing. I don't know if that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do that also. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I won't. Yeah, Purple Heart pans, 75 cents each. Threaded inserts, steel point brass dart kit. Bottle opener kit, and heirloom pepper grinder mechanism in antique copper. Okay, cool. Show and tell's fun. Showed the guitar neck already, right? Why are people not impressed with this? I'm super impressed with this. I did that in like 2 days. I'm a luthier. I have made a guitar, and therefore I am luthier. What else can we show off? Or do we need to... Oh, I don't feel like turning yet. We're half hour in, though. All right. Time to get ready for the big game. All right. Later, Sam. Not sure what the big game is, but I believe you. I'm impressed. I could never do that. Absolutely, you could. Everybody could do this. It's making guitars is not as difficult as people make it look. It can be time consuming and finicky, but it's not that complicated. Like electric guitars, I haven't made an acoustic guitar. Making electric guitars is not nearly as complicated as you would think. Oilers Flame. Oh, Battle of Alberta tonight. Okay, I don't watch hockey anymore, so if you don't turn now, you won't later. You don't know. Looks harder than it is. Well, I suppose. I mean, you do have to know. You have to be competent at making things out of wood. But I think anybody who's competent at making things out of wood can make a guitar. I can move to your neck of the woods and you can help me build guitars. Sure. You want to employ me to make guitars for you? Because I would probably take that job. I get to make some of my own guitars too, though. Actually, that would be cool. You could own Waldrop guitars and I could own whatever I name my guitar company. I would just work out of the same shop and make each other's guitars. That'd be great, actually. That sounds great. Let's open a guitar shop. I'm off to turn my can. What? I'm off to turn to can. I'm off my turn to can. Have a great show. I might be back. I'm off my turn to can. I'm also off your turn to can. If your lathe has issues, you can borrow mine for the show and no one would ever know. This is true. This is true. And then we make a crap ton of money making guitars and we buy a one-way or a Robust or a Vicmark and put it in the corner of our guitar shop. Can I build game calls? That's your gig. I've never tried. I'm going to say, well, no, I can't because I don't know how. But I could learn how. But I probably won't. I'll let you have that one. Okay, let's decide. I don't want to do a bowl because I don't want to sharpen my gouge. So we're going to do carbide. So we're going to do either a pen or bottle stopper. Poll. Time for a poll. I hate doing polls with you guys. Somebody's going to say gunmetal. Somebody's going to say myrtle. But bottle stopper or pen? Just ordered an upgraded impeller for your dust collection to increase the CFM. That a guy? See? I told you. This is why I don't like doing polls. Paul said, I said bottle stopper or pen, and he said bowl. All right. Lily says pen. Paul says bottle stopper. Eric says Purple Heart. Mike says Myrtle. 2 pens, 2 bottle stoppers. We're tie game. 2 pens, 2 bottle stoppers. You already voted, Bennett. 2 pens, 2 bottle stoppers. Needs more votes. I need a new beer. Stanford, did you vote already? Okay, hold on. Let's go back. You got Lily says pen. Paul says bottle stopper. 1-1. Brian says pen. That's 2-1. Bennett says bottle stopper. 2-2. Stanford pen. CJ says bottle stopper. Lily, your vote has to, your dog has to actually type it. Lopez says bottle stopper. Mike Luke Sitch, hold on. Luke Sitch says bottle stopper. Bottle stopper's pulling into the lead. I'll give it another minute. She did type it. She took my phone and she called herself my dog. I think not. McGill says bottle stopper. Bottle stopper, okay. We'll do a bottle stopper. Maybe we'll do both, but probably not the way I'm feeling right now. We'll do bottle stopper. We will also try out Scott's buffing compound bar instead of the paste stuff tonight because I found those. We'll do bottle stopper. Friend of mine built guitars and now they sell for $5,000 and up. Yeah, if you build really nice guitars, you can sell your really nice guitars for a lot of money. So, yeah. Paul, you move up to Campbell River, or even, I would commute as far as Courtney. Hey, there's a property for sale in Black Creek right now. It's like 8.75 acres, 2 houses, and a barn. It's only like $1.8 million. I mean, that's a lot of money, but for that much land in Black Creek, you subdivide it and sell half of it and make your money back probably. It's weird. Don't know why it's so cheap. Is it wooded? I haven't looked that closely at it. I just know the dimensions and the specs on it. Because, yeah. Just 26 acres in Saskatchewan for $450,000. Yeah, but then you have to live in Saskatchewan. Nope. You couldn't give me 26 acres in Saskatchewan and tell me I had to live on it. Could you? Nope. I have 80 acres here. Whoa, what? You have 80 acres there? All right. Well, 8 acres on this island is a lot, Paul. My property is on a 1/4 acre, maybe. You do the Saskatchewan first. You're welcome to it, Eric. Have a good time. I did my time in Saskatchewan. I'm done. I did 18 years in Saskatchewan. You couldn't pay me enough. Nope. How much? would you have to pay me? I'm thinking, how much would you have to pay me to get me to move back to Saskatchewan? No, I just don't think that there's an amount that I would say yes to. Well, no, that's not true. But then I wouldn't live in Saskatchewan. If you paid me enough to live in Saskatchewan, but I never had to be there because you paid me enough to also live somewhere else. Nah, no. Wait, oh, what's the return on investment? 20,000 just got offered 7.8. There you go. You sell that for 7.8. You come up here, you buy the 1.8 8-acre in Black Creek. We open up a guitar shop, and you're set for life. And we could just make guitars in Black Creek. That sounds awesome. You slice off 2 acres of that property, and I'll buy it off of you. And I'll move the fam down to Black Creek, and that sounds awesome. Like, unless you're like a murderer or something. You don't seem like a murderer. Should we turn a bottle stopper? Maybe not that one. So wifey wants to move to Oregon? Well, you just overshoot it by a little bit. We'll be like, okay, we're moving to Oregon, and then when you get to Oregon, just like make sure she's asleep and just don't stop. Just keep going for another couple hours and be like, oh, I missed it. Well, I guess we'll buy this 8-acre spot in Black Creek, BC, Canada. We're okay now. This show, just so everybody knows, is clear on what just happened. Tonight's show, we plotted to trick Paul's wife into moving to Vancouver Island so that he could open a guitar shop here. Oh, Lily, I think you said you have a Lily hypothetical, didn't you? Should we do that first before we turn? I would like to, because I'm still not ready. Or did she fall asleep again? She's never going to live it down. Oh, by the way, we took a ferry. Now you live on an island. Only because you have one Plano person up there building already. I don't know if he's building yet. And he's definitely like a hobbyist builder, not like a production builder. What are 3 things a junk drawer needs to be considered a junk drawer? Okay, this is good. 3. In order for a junk drawer to be considered a junk drawer, it needs to have at least, so the core ingredients in a junk drawer are twist ties, or some facsimile of twist tie, like chip bag clips or bread tie things, some kind of like twist tie bag fastening paraphernalia. What else? Dead batteries is good. McGill, dead batteries is good. Push pins, I don't know if they need to be. Push pins don't need to be in a junk drawer for it to be good. A screwdriver. Timby, I think a junk drawer needs to have a screwdriver in it. This is a good point. Some sort of twist tie, and I think tape. Some kind of tape. Rubber bands, scissors, and electrical tape. Scissors is, I was thinking scissors as well, but I like to have my scissors not in a junk drawer. But twist ties or some kind of bag fastening paraphernalia, some kind of tape, and minimum 3 loose batteries that you don't know if they're dead or not. Yes. Batteries. I will say batteries, some sort of bag fastening paraphernalia, preferably twist ties or bread clip things or both. Did I say tape? Some kind of tape, twist tie type thing, and batteries. It can have a bunch of other stuff too, and will. But in order for a junk drawer to be considered a junk drawer, it has to have at least those 3 ingredients. What else does it probably have in it? It probably has a bottle opener. Spare keys. It has at least a key. It probably has a key in it. And you may or may not know what that key goes to. It probably does have rubber bands. But I think the 3 core ingredients. I don't know if it needs to have batteries. Yeah, it needs to have at least a battery. You don't know whether it's good or bad, but it has to have at least a battery. Bag fastening paraphernalia and some kind of tape. Yeah. It might have some condiment, like sweet and sour sauce packet, or like the gross soy sauce that you get with Chinese takeout that's disgusting, so you use the China lily that's in your fridge. But you shouldn't keep that in a junk drawer because it'll get poked with something else and it'll go all over. Old phone book? No, phone books don't belong in your house, CJ. Use the internet. Let's start a bottle stopper. Oh. Who still uses a phone book? I'm a little bit judgy tonight. It's been a long time since I turned a bottle stopper. My wife is African American. We have a packet drawer in the kitchen that has a bunch of condiment packages in it. A packet drawer. So it's got ketchup packets and soy sauce packets and oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, Chili's here. Kyla is it's her turn to can. We're gonna try this the brick of finish. You're early? No, you're late. Oh, we did daylight save. We did the time zone switch last week, I think. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you're messed up. Let's do this. Show isn't due to start for another 7 minutes. No, we've been going for 49:58. But we haven't actually done anything yet. I mean, we talked about Taylor. We talked about the guitar progress. Tyler Peterson's here too. Look what Tyler Peterson got me. This weird thing. Let's make a bottle stopper. Now I'm a little high. It was a little low, now I'm a little high. All right, what do we want to do with it? We'll just do some whoop-de-whoops. Let's see what happens. This, by the way, smells disgusting because it is Peruvian walnut and red oak. And Peruvian walnut smells terrible. Why am I thinking so hard about this? First of all, I'm not round. Round yet? All right, now I'm close enough to round. Leave a little bit at the top to get rid of the divot from the live center at the end, but let's go, I don't know. That's not too bad just like that. We'll just nip that top off, get rid of the divot, and maybe round over the top. Oh, I'm really fast here. I was like 33. That's probably unnecessary. Not sure I really dig that. I think I went too thin there. If Kyla was already here, I would have thought that she'd tell you, no, but she was busy canning or something. It was her turn to can. Yeah, I like that better. And then round at the top. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We'll nip that top off while we're rounding it over. Oh, I still didn't get round all the way there. Damn. Did I miss up here too? Yep. That'll sand out. No, that's not. It's close enough now. Okay. Sanding. Let's go. What do we got to go up to, Chili, before we use the stick? Or, like, ideally, what do we go up to before we use the stick? 320, 400, okay. I'm starting at 180. We'll go 180, 220, 320, 400. We'll part the top off, do the top. And then we'll use the grit stick. What are they actually called? Microfiber. You didn't have a different name for the stick? It's just also called custom grit? Bye, Lily. Where's Lily going? Custom high-speed polish. Oh, okay. Doesn't say that on the stick. I'm trying to think of the order I want to do things here. Should take that off. God, this stuff stinks, man. Not a fan of how this Peruvian walnut smells. It is gorgeous, but... Alright, what did I say? That was 180? Did I say that was 180? Yeah, that was 180. $240. Oh, Chili, you missed 2 weeks ago. We had like a speed trial. I made a cherry pen in like 6 minutes. Just to like see how fast I could do it. And it could have been faster if I knew that I was going to be a speed trial before I started this whole thing, because I didn't have the parts out of the bags or anything. Oh, Rubber BB's back. Oh, I got them before they had packaging. Oh, okay. That's right. I got early access, so they didn't have the right labels and stuff. Whoop. There's our 240. 3 point. Oh, we do need to do another poll. Because I have a gunmetal or chrome bottle stopper hardware. Based on the previous polls on this show, I would guess we're probably going to do gunmetal, but I'm not going to presume anything. Gunmetal or chrome. Thanks, Paul. You know what? Maybe I don't want to go into business with you. I need a new tack cloth. That was $320. Do 400 and then okay, Scott, I know you sent me the instructions for the sticks by Facebook like shortly before the show, but I only gave a cursory glance. Did you say a speed at which you apply it? I think it just said like spinning at speed, touch the stick to the item or something. Do you have a speed recommendation? $1,500. Give or take. So how about 1620? Let's give it a wipe. Get some of that dust out of those pores anyway. All right, so this is the KC Step 1 brick. What is it called again, Chili? Buffing compound or polish stuff? I don't remember. We're just gonna, I'm gonna put on some goggles. In case it spits at me. I assume it's not great to get in your eyeball. We're just gonna color it like a crayon. See how easy this is. My first time trying this product, so we'll see how easy it is to apply. I'm literally just coloring it like a crayon. I don't know how much I need. That's probably lots. Oh, damn. Damn. Custom high-speed polish. I like it. You just color it like a crayon, like you would with a crayon, and then you just do the same thing you do with paste stuff. You just buff it in, buff it out with the paper towel. That's rad. I can't do a pitch. I can't do a pitch for this stuff being available in the Etsy store because I only have the one brick of it, but it is available at customcreations. Whatever, AU probably? customcreations.com/AU or something. How do you guys do URLs down there, Chili? That's slick. I like that better than the paste, I think. You just color it on like a crayon. That is shiny ass. Woo! Beauty. Should we color on some step 2? So I'm assuming it has to be at a decent speed because it's the heat that is generated by the friction that actually melts it off the crayon. This is just an assumption on my part. Chili's the scientist. Okay, goggles. Goggles down. It does want to spit a little bit, but not like the paste. When you put the paste on, even at like 600, it just like flings off. This stuff is like... Yeah, that's rad. Okay. Do I have a new favorite finishing method? Wow, that's easy peasy. Scott's good at inventing finishes. We're going to talk about it on an upcoming edition of the Wooden Things and Stuff podcast. That you weren't here, Scott, for the earlier discussion about how I might be quitting that. I'm going to do the next round of recording. But I'm not sure I'm going to get past episode 10 of the podcast. I've lost my enthusiasm for it a little bit. Dude. Like, I don't know if you guys can actually tell like how smooth this thing is. Now would you finish with the blue? No, the blue is a sanding. So I would have wet sanded with the blue before doing this, I believe. This should be the final sand. This should be final sand and finish. Yeah. I might have a new favorite. I might have a new favorite finishing system. Well, finishing, it was already my favorite finishing system, but, and then I'm going to use some of the liquid just on the, come on. Just on the bottom there, where it meets up with the kit. That's rad. Okay, chrome or, oh damn, you guys probably already voted. Okay, you have to vote again. Chrome or gunmetal? Bottle stopper. Yeah, it's stupid smooth, Chili. Like, And that's two like really porous woods too, like red oak and this Peruvian walnut stuff. Really big, wide open pores. And it's stupid smooth. All right, one gunmetal, one chrome. It's pretty. Like it's like the light is going. Two gunmetal. 3, 4. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let Mike Bennett pick because this is going to go with his Christmas present that he still hasn't picked up from my house. Mike Bennett, do you want chrome or gunmetal on your bottle stopper, sir? Did it fill the pores? Maybe. I'm going to go with maybe. I don't know. Probably. There's still some texture to it, but it is stupid smooth. If Mike Bennett left before I decided to give him this bottle stopper as part of his Christmas present, that would be unfortunate for him. Nobody tell him if he's not here. I'll just put it in the Etsy shop. Oh, as punishment for him leaving, he doesn't get it for Christmas. Because he'll never watch this, like, as a rerun. The website will also have 65-gram bars available. What are those ones? Is that the 200? Because I imagine that's going to last me a while. What do they cost? Scott, what's a bar? What's a 200-gram bar of... I don't think you need... I mean, yes, get both steps. But step 1 is plenty smooth for most people, I think. What's a bar of the step 1 in Australian dollars? And I'll translate for people. Plus shipping, obviously. Oh, the chrome looks good. That's pretty rad. Bottle stopper. $85.50 plus shipping. So 85. Want to say Canada and US is probably pretty close. So you're looking at about 55-ish American, 60, 55-ish, 60 American plus shipping. Could have you send it to my favorite Canadian after he's hooked up a Raspberry Pi. He can send it to me. All right. Hey, Mike Bennett. Did you miss the whole conversation about you earlier? Don't go back and watch. It wasn't that important. $64.26 US. So plus shipping, probably be 15 American, 20 American to get a brick to you. But I imagine a brick is a year worth of finish. 65 gram bar, 28.50. So you could get a 65 of step 1 and step 2 for $40-ish American. That's still probably a year worth of finish. The rate I turn, it could be 3 or 4 years. See? And you've already got tins of the paste. So, yeah, you could never have to buy finish again. Except for guitars. You're probably not using a custom grit on the guitars. I did on my first one to buff out the lacquer. Hey, Scott Lenson. Missed most of you. I'm going to try and guess who. Probably Lily. And she's gone already. She came in for a bit, but now she's gone. Probably Lenson, I think, probably missed Stanifer. Probably Pinnell. Not this guy for sure. How are you, my friend? We just made a bottle saw. Tried the new custom grit. Damn it, I forgot again, Scott. High-speed polish? High-speed buffing compound? I don't remember. I have the custom grit, OB Shine Juice, and Axe paste system for finishing. Okay. How much for the beer? You want to buy it off me? Because I'm not going to sell it to you. I want to drink it. Forgot Megan. Yeah, but Megan, I haven't seen Megan tonight. I'm going to get a new beer, though. Thanks for reminding me. How much for the beer? Doing better day by day. That's all we can do. That's all we can do in this world is just keep moving forward. I'm glad to hear that you're moving in the right direction. Did a job last week and used a hard wax and a few hairs fell into it while it was curing. So I used the custom grit to polish the hairs out. Yeah. That's the best part of all of your finishes is like you can get sawdust and shit in them and it doesn't matter because it just like breaks it all down and like gets rid of all of the what you don't want. And I imagine refinishing, especially like on a bottle stopper, refinishing it, say you could like, you put a big gouge in it or something, you just fire it up on the lathe and just like polish it out with like another little crayon drawing on it. I'll sell you a Dirty Bastard ale for $6. I'm not selling you any of my Sleeman originals. I'm gonna drink them. I'm having that kind of day. I'm probably gonna drink that whole 15 pack. I'm not like, I don't even know who I'm kidding. I am definitely gonna drink that 15 pack. He's buying someone, sell him a truck of Diet Pepsi. I'll tell you what, I'll drink a crap ton of Diet Pepsi right after somebody gets me to move back to Saskatchewan. You missed that conversation, so. Oh, hey. So, for those of you who came late, I did this week. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a 13-piece. This is a 13-piece laminated walnut and Panama rosewood guitar neck with a truss rod channel routed in it and a truss rod access routed in it and cut to general shape. Well, it's actually this way. It is the shape because I actually pattern routed it with my template. This way it's just sort of approximately. But well ahead of the game in terms of once you've made a guitar, next one is a lot smoother. They don't want you back. No? Well, they can't have me back. They couldn't have me back even if they wanted it. I did my time. I did 18 years in Saskatchewan. Couldn't pay me. Couldn't pay me enough. I'll drive across it. I don't even want to stop there. I will go if I ever did a cross Canada road trip. I would stay the night in Medicine Hat, Alberta, and I would drive across Saskatchewan the next day, and the next night I would spend in Brandon, Manitoba. Why? It's just a joke. I probably wouldn't, but I've spent enough time in Saskatchewan. I've spent just under half my life in Saskatchewan. It's cold. It's cold ass in the winter. It's stupid hot in the summer. It's windy. It's dusty. And yeah, that's about it. Unless I might stay the night in Regina if I happened to be driving across Canada and that weekend the Riders had a home game and I had tickets. Yeah, no, I was going to say even then I might just watch the game and then keep driving, but no, I wouldn't because I'd be having some beers. So I'd stay in Regina for the night. Adding the 65-gram bars to the website now. You have family in Yorkton. Okay. I played hockey in Yorkton a few times. I spent the first 18 years of my life in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. So is your shop. Yeah, like hot and cold and dusty. But not, no. Like I could not function in a shop this insulated in Saskatchewan. I would be not woodworking for 5 months for the winter. And then in the summer, no, I probably wouldn't woodwork if I lived in Saskatchewan. Because for 3 months of the summer, it would be cooking me. And then for 5 months of the winter, it would be freezing me. So I would work in the spring and the fall for like 2 months each. That would suck. Or I'd have to spend a crap ton of money on like building a proper shop with proper insulation and no. Let's just leave it. I'm happy living on Vancouver Island off the west coast of Canada. Don't want to live anywhere else. I would move to Australia if they didn't have giant spiders. I kind of want to just go visit and just like pop a tent in Chili's backyard for a couple weeks. But the spiders would probably eat me if I lived in a tent in Australia. Snakes? They got big snakes in Australia too, probably. Australia will just like Australia is trying to kill you, I think. Australia has giant birds that will tear you apart too, probably. Their trees want to tear apart your machinery. Oh, cool. Made a thing. Did an 1.5-hour show. Showed off the guitar. Talked about ketchup chips. Unboxed my new turning stuff from William Woodwright. Used the new finish. It's a pretty successful show. You're exaggerating. Who is Eric? There's 2 Erics. Okay, Habakabaka says you do learn to live with all the animals. Yeah, that's what you'd have to do. Can't just live scared of the world. More scared of people? Yeah, fair enough. I'm not really arachnophobic. But those huntsmans, man, like I've seen videos of them, like somebody puts a bucket on top of it and then the bucket runs away. Like the spider takes the bucket and goes. Like, nope. Oh, he's about to dump us. No. Sorry, you're stuck with me, Paul. I might dump the podcast, but I'm not dumping you guys. This is honestly, this show is one of the things that I think has kept me sane over the last 2 years. It's this show is good for me in terms of my outlook on the world, my mental health, my attitude about life. This show does wonders for me. I appreciate you guys helping me get through the world. I'm in the house all the time. They love to live behind picture frames. Yeah, Chili was sending me pictures of like, here's another one just like hanging out in the living room, like he's feeding it and shit. Like dude. Yeah, they put a bucket on the spider and they paused the video and then they put a remote control car under the bucket. Really though? Because the spider looks like it could move the bucket. And didn't you tell me that like you've actually like hit one with a boot and like it just like laughed it off and ran away? So hey, Beepinel finally showed up. Walnut, Peruvian walnut, Panama rosewood guitar neck. 13-piece laminate. Ooh. Hopefully get the body blank, at least milled into parts over the next couple of days, maybe. I don't know. I have to record another batch of podcasts. And I have to edit the video for the Jax podcast. And then I have to record another 4. All right, Chili Man's got the 65-gram bars of the whatever it's called. High-speed buffing compound. Probably not what it's called. Chris Pinnell is the only one who can put links in the chat. So if Chris Pinnell wants to find that link, he can put it in the chat. Gonna start my GGBO build around 1st of April. Couldn't sleep the other night. Design ideas in your head. That's why I'm making a guitar right now. I didn't plan on making a guitar this year at all. But then all of a sudden I was like, an all walnut semi-hollow body. And the design ideas started going and I was like, oh, now I have to get it out. Now it has to exist in the world. So And it was keeping me up at night. Just the design ideas of new guitars, just all of a sudden. Like, why? I don't know, but had to get it out into the world. I think it's gonna look rad. I think an all walnut, semi hollow body, less polish with sleeker lines, and some pointy bits, and some Panama rosewood accents. That and all black hardware. I think that's gonna be a sexy guitar. Custom high speed polish. Custom high speed polish. Probably gonna get it wrong next time too. You've been bitten by the bug, my young apprentice. I don't want to make it. Well, maybe I'll do. I could make guitars. It's fun. There's enough interesting stuff in guitar making that would keep me interested. If I was gonna do any one thing in woodworking and just focus on just doing that, it probably would be guitars. Because there's enough cool stuff that you can do just inside like the guitar making world to keep you interested. And when you buy that property in Black Creek and we open that guitar shop, we can start making guitars. That'd be rad. It is fun. Tearing down a 100-year-old barn next week for wood. Yeah, it's going to be full of nails that you're going to have to pull out. I think we might wrap it up. We did do bottle stock. We turned a thing. We did guitar update. Talked about ketchup chips that some people didn't believe were a thing. Hold on. So, a guitar building collective in Black Creek, right? How awesome would it be for Paul to move up here? We open a guitar making, like makerspace collective or like a guitar woodworking shop. Maybe people can buy into it for time, or I don't know. We'll figure out the logistics of it later. But like, we run guitar companies out of. Yeah, Tyler Peterson will be in too. He's already got a guitar company, and he's just south of there. I have a woodworking company that's just north of there. You have a guitar company that's way south of there. But if you, why does Paul got to move? Paul has to move so he can buy the 8-acre property in Black Creek for us to put our guitar emporium. Okay. He's the only one who can afford the property in Black Creek that we're talking about. So, okay, the reason I'm opening this is because I ordered merch shirts to screen print. They came in 2 separate shipping tracking numbers. I'm like, Black Creek Guitars is a pretty slick name for a guitar company, actually. Okay. No, I think everybody can still have their own brand working out of the shop. It's just like it's like a collective collaborative. And this one shop puts out Waldrop guitars and TP guitars and whatever I name my guitar company. I already know what it is. I have to look into some legal issues, possibly copyright type issues, but I have a name for a guitar company if I ever wanted to start one. Okay, anyway, the shirts that I ordered to do screen printing for my logo and the stuff on the back. came in 2 separate shipping tracking numbers. A giant box. I ordered 36 shirts. I got a giant box and this, which feels like one shirt. So let's see what had to come in a separate shipping from blankapparel.ca. You'll see what, yes, one shirt. This is the Gildan Heavy Cotton in Heather Navy 2XL. For some reason, it had to come by itself. It's a nice color. I like that. So Heather Navy 2XL had to come by itself for some reason. The other 35 are in the box in my living room. So all I need to do is learn how to screen print and then start taking orders. You guys all have to buy a shirt. Just so you know. It's a thing that has to happen. Davies Custom Guitars? Nah, I have a different idea. That wouldn't be hard to, I wouldn't have a copyright issue with that. I'm going to have one more beer, then we're going to call it. Can I up my Patreon to get a free shirt and then reduce it again? I mean, yeah. I mean, you could, but then that would just, it would be the same as just buying a shirt. Like you'd have to up your Patreon by enough to be the same price as buying a shirt. If you just want to pay me through Patreon, you can do that, I guess. Are you going to use a cry cut? Ooh, don't block them. No, I'm going to screen print. I printed out the positive of my logo and the quotes on the back, logo up here on the front. And I just have to make screens to screen print those onto shirts. So you pick your color, your size, assuming it's available. You'll get the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff logo up here. And then you get choice of quote on the back. It's loud noises. Don't come here to learn. And stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. And I will print them. I'll probably wait. I have to figure out a way to do it so that I'm not printing one shirt at a time. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably take like pre-orders from people for a while and be like, once I hit 10 shirts, I'll go do them. Kind of a thing. Because I can't just be like making a shirt at a time. You'd have to send a shirt. I spend enough on Patreon as it is. Well, that's your decision. Nobody's forcing you. And the reward, think about all the wonderful rewards that you get that I need to get better at. Honestly, I think I do need to start doing more for my Patreon people. They're going to get first access to shirts. I need to start doing some like exclusive content over there for those guys. Because they do pay me more than YouTube. I believe in supporting shows I watch. I do the same thing. either through purchase of products that some people sell, or supporting on Patreon, or yeah, even just like buy a set of plans from somebody once in a while. Like I bought bandsaw box printer template. They're not templates. What are they called? I guess they're plans. Bandsaw box plans that are just, you print them out and you glue them down on the stuff the blank that you're going to make bandsaw box from. I paid David Picciuto $10 or whatever for his plans for bandsaw boxes, just to like chip him some bucks. Bought a bandsaw template. Well, if you're talking about the bandsaw boxes, yes, I bought the file that you can print out and glue down to cut out. It's like 3 different patterns of bandsaw box that he designed. But I was basically like, I just want to give David Picciuto $10. And I pay. I've got a Wood Whisperer. I bought a couple of things from the Wood Whisperer Guild. I think I pitch in $5 a month for Wood Talk podcast on Patreon. I want to buy something from Izzy Swan just because he's a great dude, but none of his things that he's produced like make sense for me to own. But as soon as he does, I'm sure he will. Actually, didn't he made like quick connect dust collector like things? I might look into getting some of those. I don't know how much they are though. I want to support Izzy, but I don't want to be dropping $200 on hose connector clip magnet things. Kind of iffy on Wood Whisperer. Yeah, I am too. I understand that. There is value in those lessons, like those project courses in the guild. It's worth the investment. There is a lot of woodworking instruction involved for $50. I want his wooden walking dinosaur plans. Yeah, that'd be rad, right? You probably spent a ton of money on Matthias Wandel. Because he needs it. I'm glad that you've helped him financially. It's going to be funny if I ever accidentally meet that guy one day. Anyway, anybody else got anything? I'm just talking to Paul now, and there's still like a dozen of you here. Anybody else want to talk about anything? Guitar's coming along. Maybe I'll make a set of darts. I'll make a set of darts as a video for the channel. And once I've done one, maybe I'll make a set of darts on the live show one night. That'd be cool. Anybody want like a almost full bag of ketchup chips? His next 28-inch whatever he builds. Yeah. Out of pallet wood that he found on the side of the road and a Raspberry Pi. It's Jax's birthday today. Well, if he would show up once in a while, I would wish him a happy birthday. Yo, I'll take those chips. Pop by, man. See you in a half an hour. You can have these chips. So, okay. Tyler Peterson. He brings me this thing. It's like, I was in the Lower Mainland and I saw this at the Wood to Works down in Chilliwack. He's like, so I got this for you to turn. It's a bunch of holes. And I'm gonna explode this for sure. I've seen these done with like stabilized and filled with epoxy and stuff. But like if I don't do that, he said that they had some that were turned that were not that. And it was fine, but like I cannot picture this not exploding on the lathe if I don't do something to it. They're super dense and hard on the tools. Yeah, oh yeah, like they're, yeah. What are they called? Banksia or something? Make a coaster out of them? They look interesting without epoxy. Yeah, that's what Tyler said. He's like, no, they had some that were turned into like candlesticks. And I was like, I'm gonna explode this thing if it's got all these gaps and stuff in it. Your chisels will explode before that does? Okay, well, I guess I'll trust you guys. Try that one of these days. He also brought me a couple of pieces of mahogany to do my dog hole surrounds. Remember the plan for the dog holes? So I think this will get 6 dog hole surrounds out of it. And I have realized through making my guitar neck that that's what needs to happen after my guitar build, because my bench is nowhere near flat at this point. I was trying to double stick tape the blank down to my bench to route this truss rod cavity, and it was stuck at this end, and this end was doing like this because it was like my bench is that out of flat that even like pressing down double stick tape at this end was not grabbing. So I need to resurface my bench, and when I'm resurfacing my bench, I'm going to bore out those holes. I'm going to turn some sleeves, and we're going to rejig the dog hole situation on the bench as a project after the guitar. Have some awesome 100-year-old cherry that I need to send some to you. Well, just bring it in the truck when you move all your stuff up to Black Creek. Good grief, he is trusting us. He will never learn. Trusting you with what? I don't trust you guys with anything. Trust you. You guys are like the least... most of the time, I assume that you guys are lying to me when you say things. Like most of the time when you guys say things, I assume that that's wrong and you're messing with me. And then people have to look up things for me later. Or, yeah, whatever. So after the fact, I'll like what would the Australian tree names? I'm still not convinced. Like, spotted gum? I don't know. You guys said you just said you trust us about the pine cone thingy. Oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Well, that's Scott specifically. Like, we're actually friends. So never Korean. Yeah, I've got some of that I got to try too. You're like, I don't really trust you. Like, even Paul, like, I'm relatively okay friends with Paul, but I think he's messing with me, that he's like, this granite countertop stuff that he sent me is going to turn okay. I don't know. And like, I think he's just trying to break my shit because he thinks it'll be funny. And to be fair, I would do that to my friends too. That's the kind of friendship I have with people. Like, if I rag on you and I, like, you know, bust your whatever, it means that we're friends. I could see Paul being like, this guy's my friend. It'll be hilarious to wreck his turning tools by sending him some countertop. And it would. I would laugh about it also. Poor Scott. Sorry, dude. See? Just like that. Spotted ironbark, stringy bark. Spotted oak? No, what was it? The other one that we got? I don't remember what this one was called. I don't remember what this one was called. We made a, like, my favorite pen of all times. Hairy oak. That was the one. What was this one? This one was, like, my favorite. But it was burly and, like... And then I've got some ironbark and some spotted gum. Red Mallee, that's what it was. Mallee Burl. Super pretty. Still my favorite pen I've ever made. Just about out of beer. We're going to have to bid you all adieu pretty quick. We're at an hour 51. We made a thing. We talked about stuff. We unboxed some things. Good show. Jara. I've heard of Jara. I don't think I've ever actually had it in my hands. Scott sent me, what did you send me? Ironbark, spotted gum, hairy oak, something else, Mallee Burl. Night all be good. All right, later, Lindsay. Turning any of the Thuya yet? That's the other one. I just found that box of stuff the other day when I was moving stuff around during the guitar build. I was like, oh, right. This box of blanks from Paul is still sitting here. The Thuya Burl stuff is in there, as is the, like, spalted, stabilized hackberry, I think. Hold on. It's not labeled, but I think that's what it is. This stuff here that, like, at this point feels like countertop, but is clearly a spalted wood. But it's like that. Actually, that would have made a rad bottle stopper. Probably get. I think I can get a bottle stopper and four pen blanks and a bottle stopper out of this, I think. Not sure. Kept that in a vacuum chamber for 4 days. Yeah. It's, like I said, I'm not lying. It feels like countertop. But like super dark, inky spalting all the way through that. I'm looking forward to doing something with this. I want to say 4 pen blanks and a bottle stopper. Maybe like 1 piece pen blanks. So like Maple Leaf or Virage or something pen blanks times 4 and a bottle stopper would be rad. I am going to bid you all adieu. If you're interested in the high speed, the custom grit non-paste bar crayon. Why don't you just call it that? Let's just change the name. Just go to the website. You're already there. Go to it. Oh, we had a glitch in the matrix. Just go to the website, change it in the back end. And now it's called the High Speed Polishing Paste Crayon. Step 1 and 2. Just go change the name. You made an 8-inch bowl out of this stuff? That's rad. That's probably super cool. All right. Everybody staying happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye for now. Have a wonderful week. I will see you all again here next week. I don't have an opening at the gallery. You can remember Eric Habakabaka, custom high-speed polish? No, because that's not what it should be called. Eric Habakabaka should be called that. Your buffing crayon paste product should not be called whatever it is that you called it. Call it the high-speed buffing crayon. The custom high-speed buffing crayon. I'll remember that. B. Pinnell says, good night. Take care, everybody. Be kind to someone. Yeah. How about tomorrow? Just when you're like, the next time you pass a stranger going in or out of a building, like smile and ask them how they're doing. Instead of being like, it or thanks for holding the door or whatever. Just be like, how are you doing? You okay? You having a good day? Have a nice conversation with a stranger. Screw that. Okay, don't. Nobody be nice to Stanifer. Be kind to each other. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and be kind to each other. Tea tomorrow with your grandkid and your grandparents. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. It took me a second. All right. Bye for now. 2 hours. We did 2 hours. We made a thing. We did some stuff. We talked some things. We opened a box. We ate some ketchup chips. And we had a few beer. Good night. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. You guys help me more than you understand.